Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Yes. Welcome into the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim show. That show that you're either watching via Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all the places that we're at, or maybe you downloaded this and therefore you chose to listen to us. And we appreciate that with that download that you just gave us, which we keep finding out that's where most of you MFers that enjoy this show catch us at. And we appreciate the hell out of you for it. The text line, the FanStream Sports text line, especially for you people that have downloaded this. What do you mean, you people? 214.
What do you mean, you people?
937-0569. That's the number. If you're listening to us via download and you're like, I'd sure like to talk to these fools, use it. Text it. We'll respond. We'll talk about it on the next show. I said my name. And I said IndyCarTim's name, and he said some stuff, but I haven't actually introduced him as he holds up the Chewy mug. It's one IndyCarTim. How's it going, bud?
What's up, boys and girls? It's time to have some fun.
Oh, no. I thought you were going to talk with
a different show.
Regular voice.
What's up, boys and girls? It's time to have some fun.
Okay. All right. Congratulations to all y'all that just heard all of that. I don't know what to do with it or how to take that hand.
That's how we start the show, Colby.
This is true. Couple of things before we get into a couple of things that you've got. Yeah. Thank you, LA Knight. That I wanted to bring up. Number one, people are starting to review the Flash movie.
The Flash movie.
Yeah. And
have you seen it?
I have not
seen
it yet. Because it's just now like first people seeing it's getting to watch it right now. And I have to say, the reviews that I'm seeing from the people I actually trust, they're kind of like, yeah. And then meh, but then yeah. So it's not as bad as what I thought it was going to be.
But maybe not as great as we hoped it would be.
No, and that's in due part to what I saw in the trailers is that the CGI is at some points bad.
Yikes.
When you can see that in the trailer, they're trying to show the best point. So I'm thinking that the CGI is not going to be.
Why is CGI still bad in 2023?
Because not everybody has the what Marvel and Star Wars has in their pocket.
Why don't they go use their people? Industrial Light and Magic, ILM, they'll work for anybody for the right price.
Yeah, I think it's the right price thing.
I mean, they do stuff for our shows.
Sure. That's the reason why. See, I'm not even actually here.
These lights behind me? Yeah. ILM designed all of that.
Yeah, and Tim's not actually here.
Nope.
This whole studio, everything that we're doing right now, I'm a robot.
CGI.
It's CGI. That's what. The other thing that I saw was the new Expendables movie.
There's another one?
It's going to have Megan Fox in it as an action hero.
Is it like Expendables 9?
I think this is 4.
I've only seen 1.
It's what it's supposed to be.
And it was good.
Yeah. So Expendables 4 is going to have Megan Fox in it as an actual, like, she's going to do action moves and stuff. And I'm totally interested in how they used speed up camera work to make her look like she knows kung fu and stuff.
Hey, someone's trying to give their WhatsApp number out on the show here. So everybody watching right now, write that number down. And I want everyone, I don't know what WhatsApp is, but y'all do whatever you do to that number right there.
Or don't.
I don't know who that is.
You don't, or you do, or
do it and report back
and see what happens.
Yeah, we should have called it live on the air. Is it like a phone number you can call?
I mean, I don't know.
That would have been funny. If we get bored, we'll do that later.
Just text them and see WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, yo.
So to try and segue from that to something that's somebody that's recently departed us, as we need to pay a little homage, Tim.
We do. Then we need all of the homage, all of the accolades, because this touches both of us, actually.
It does. And normally when something does that, then we have to go throw it out because it's tainted. But this is not one of those things as the
And I have music to go along with this.
oh, then please play it. You know what? I was thinking that you had his entrance theme
I don't know what that is.
that you were going to play, and I was going to get nostalgic for a second.
You're not nostalgic listening to this?
I was actually hoping that it's like, wow, we've got production value that's about to happen.
I didn't
right?
think that far ahead.
So the Iron Sheik has passed away. The master of the camel clutch, the guy that personified your, I want to say, the 80s heel for me.
Yeah, 80s definitely for me.
He made his way onto the WWF's cartoon on Saturday mornings.
I didn't know they had a cartoon.
He was there with the Hulkster and Macho Man. They did, by the way, in case you missed it.
I did.
But the Iron Sheik, I also remember the Iron Sheik. Now, a lot of people will say it was the Claw, and I remember seeing the Claw performed with, especially sitting and watching wrestling with my papa.
Mm-hmm.
But that camel clutch was the first finishing move that I really went, wow, for a hold, that was something to me. It's like, oh no, it's over. I mean, I knew it was over. And it was one of the few wrestling holds besides like the figure 4 leg lock that.
Oh man, that was the dreaded figure 4 leg lock.
It was that. Later on, Dean Malenko's cloverleaf finisher. Heart. The camel clutch was that move that just meant it was over.
Yeah.
As soon as that was sunk in, it was over. And of course, later on, the Hulk Hogan would end up powering out of it or whatever, and it would be a super big spot. But boy, that move was one of those that if you didn't sell it, then he would just wrench back harder until you actually did.
Right.
So, but the Iron Sheik, the master in his later years of just running out and just hip tossing people around. And that's what he would do. And then slap on the camel clutch, along with maybe a couple of scoop slams. But yes, the whole get up on his way out, the pointy toed boots.
Yep.
Dude. So we lost some wrestling greatness with the Iron Sheik's passing.
I'm trying to satisfy your desire for a theme song here.
Uh-oh.
But it's going to be another 37 seconds at least.
Okay.
So what else can we say? By the way, great mustache.
Oh yeah.
The Iron Sheik.
It's a great mustache. It was all the time shocking for me, even though this is how he was for most of the time that I saw him, was once he removed the headgear on the way out, and the fact that he was just like crystal bald used to,
like most people weren't back then.
Yeah. Used to throw me off.
Yeah.
Every single time, because every promo video that he did, he would have his traditional head wrap on. And then as soon as he got in the ring, that thing would come off. And I was like, what? Cause he would go from looking. Yes. He would go from looking like, here comes the Sheik, watch out, to literally looking like Steve Harvey.
Right. Well, Steve Harvey now, not Steve Harvey then.
Not Steve Harvey then, but that's what I would equate it to now. It's like, as soon as the headgear went off, it's like, oh, hey, Steve Harvey. I wonder what kind of food he's going to eat on his talk show.
And not to get into politics too much. That's what we do.
Yeah.
But keep in mind the country he was representing, Iran, as he'd run around with the Iranian flag draped around him.
Right.
And what America had just gone through a few years earlier from the country of Iran. You can't do that now.
No.
But back then, nobody even blinked about it. Like, oh, cool. Yeah, he's representing home. I get it. Cool. But, dude, nowadays, and for those of you that don't know about the Iranian hostage crisis from 1979 or 80 to 81, let's go check that out on Wikipedia.
Yeah. You might wonder how he got away with that stuff. Well, I mean, it was that, and it was the whole Cold War thing,
Yeah.
and then they had, like the Russian bear come out, and it was just.
It was nuts
And
that you could do that back then.
And then they had one of the worst turns, and actually the greatest heel turn that I can remember from back then, was when Sergeant Slaughter, America's hero, went from America to, nope, never mind. I'm siding with the Iron Sheik.
Yep.
I'm a bad guy. Just, you didn't see that. I mean, it was, I remember the night that it happened, the next day, like the afternoon or Saturday morning cartoons.
Yep.
There was Sergeant Slaughter telling me to be a good guy on G.I. Joe, like right after it. It's like he just turned heel and like told everybody, to basically F off, that I'm not American anymore.
Right.
And he's still like, G.I. Joe.
A real American hero.
Just messages just threw me completely off as a kid.
So,
but the
Iron Sheik.
Yes. Good God Almighty.
I've got. You want to see a photo?
Yeah, throw the Sheik up, man.
Since we got some.
Throw the Sheik up, and this is also a guy that never worried about ever having abs.
No, well, nobody really did. I mean, none of them had abs back then.
No, because it was. Well, I mean.
All right, here's the Iron Sheik.
No, that's not. Iron Sheik. That's.
Oh, they look kind of a lot alike.
They don't.
There's your Iron Sheik right there. Yeah, no abs there, and that's probably him when he was in better shape than he was later, right?
Right.
That's probably him at peak shape.
That's peak Sheik right there.
Peak Sheik.
That's
what he should have been called.
That's him.
He looks a lot like that too.
No, he doesn't. Stop.
Everybody who's listening has no idea what's happening.
No.
Right now.
Why do they keep throwing that lady up there?
Nobody knows who that is either.
All right.
So great.
So
inside jokes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can go back and listen to I guess we could explain it that we look up people's photos when it's their birthdays, and that was Brooke Shields,
a current Brooke Shields.
Yeah, not
attractive, buddy.
So
not attractive.
The other thing, and this is one of those times where it's hard to find a segue to jump onto in order to get from one thing to the other. So we're just going to power through it in order to get there. We threw around last show we did. We threw around the Boom Goes the Dynamite TV broadcast, and we talked about the famous, if you were listening to the ticket back then at this time,
2002,
Alexi ticket ticker. And we kicked it around, but didn't actually have the audio for it. And well, Tim went and found the audio. And so if you want to hear utter train wreck ticket ticker, because we referenced, and Vladdy will be happy with that. Here's the origin of that. If you've never heard it, or if you have heard it, well, enjoy it again.
And for those of you who ever thought you could do a ticket ticker or do a fan flash,
so did Alexi.
Alexi was one of these guys, and they're like, you know what? Sure, go ahead and do this ticket ticker. And they let him do it, like no help whatsoever. You had to source the information, the scores.
Right.
And as you'll see, he wasn't very successful in hardly any of it.
The ticket ticker. Last night was a big night on the TV, with the NBA having two games in the finals for both the East and Western Conference. The LA Lakers won over the Sacramento Kings, 106-102, getting most of the calls at home. So Sacramento will probably go home, and Vladdy will be happy with that. In the other final in the Eastern Conference, New Jersey and Boston. New Jersey ends the series and wins it over Boston with a 96-88 victory. Their win makes the first time they've gone to the NBA Finals without the doctor. And in baseball, we had the Rangers, who played on last night, and they played against someone that I don't know right now, but they choked against the Royals, and they did not win, and I don't have a score in that game. Also in baseball, the Astros played the Cubs yesterday and won 4-1. Mariners won because they're in the Western Conference. We're keeping up with them. They lost 8-7 to the Orioles. Also in golf going on, Greg Norman leads the Kemper Open. At age 47, he hasn't won in the last 5 years. but he has a lead, and I think he's at -10 going into the weekend where he just might choke.
Thank you.
We're reminding you right here on Sports Radio 10 The Ticket to keep in touch with your fitness with George Dijon and the Train Station Fitness Show. And coming up next, you have the T-Box coming after that.
Why?
Keep your ears listening to Sports Radio 1310.
What else are they going to do?
Keep your ears listening.
Which started that.
And that went on for 20 years. By the way, I did look up at the time this was going on, the golf tournament he referenced that Greg Norman, he said he's probably going to choke.
Yeah.
He did.
Well, you know,
I believe it was the Kemper Open, and he lost the lead in the final round.
Alexi, the prophet. That, you know what? Some of that stuff that we probably could try and pull off is we now need to locate Alexi.
Dude.
And just have him on to talk about that.
20 years later now, 21 years later.
Say, we brought this up on our podcast, dude. We just want you in to be like, after that was done, how many different ticket isms that I could, how much failed smile did you have?
God.
There's a lot. There's so much.
It was so much fun for so long. And yes, for those of you out there, we are regurgitating other radio stations' comedic value for our own benefit and laughter. It's what we do.
I mean,
we're not ashamed of it.
It's because nobody can tell us we can't.
That's right.
So if there's some,
that's right, Gavin Spittle.
Why?
Oh, sorry. That's right, Jeff Catlin.
Okay.
Who was the program director at ESPN?
Nobody knows.
Nobody cares.
Wait, was it Frito?
No, he wasn't the PD, was he?
He was something over there for a good while.
I don't know. We need to ask Ben and Skin.
Hey, Frito.
Hey, Frito.
Did I ever tell you about the one time that I left Frito a voice message?
Oh no.
I was straight out of American Broadcasting School.
ABS.
Yes.
Out in Arlington.
Yes. And I was out of there and I was looking for a spot to be at. And so they had a for a board op or something open at the Ticket. And of course, I love the Ticket. And I was like, all right, I need to get in there. And so I sent my resume and everything and tape of my work and all that, and no response to anything. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to call. And I called, and I guess I caught Frito on like a bad day because he's the one that picked up. And he was, I don't know what he was dealing with, but he didn't have a good time.
Yikes. He had no time for Colby Sapp.
He had nothing for me. And so I was like, well, damn. All right. And I was trying to be nice through it. And then somehow the next day I was super pissed, not about that, but the day was going bad. And I'm like, all right, you know what? And I called that number back out of just sheer anger. And I just lit into him. And of course, he did his perfect impersonation of a dial tone midway through it. But that was when I realized I was never going to work at the Ticket.
Right.
Because he was never leaving there. And so there you go. So there's that.
I'll be a board op at the Ticket.
Yeah, just to do that. Man.
Poor Alexi. Jesus. Colby asked me what day it is.
Oh, hey, I forgot to do it. What we were doing. I was watching baseball and wrestling.
I figured.
What day is today?
Colby, today is Wednesday, June 7th. Thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm.
Today,
a
couple of days we need to pay attention to, as it is Global Running Day. No thanks. Been there, done that. I used to run when I had knees.
Right.
When I had functional knees.
It's really better for you to either go for a long ass walk.
Yep.
Or if you really want to get it done in a quick, fast, and a hurry, pick you a little bit of a lane that's maybe like 30 feet, 40 feet long, and just go run as fast as you can for that. And then stop.
And then don't do it anymore. Or ride a bike. That's what my doctor told me when I started having bad knees.
Right.
He's like, just get a mountain bike. So that's what I did. Rode mountain bikes about 10 miles a day. That was great. I didn't have a mountain, but I had a mountain bike. It is also World Caring Day.
World Karen
Not
Day?
Karen Day,
Okay.
Caring
All
Day.
right.
It is World Dissolution of Union between Norway and Sweden Day.
Huh?
Because they used to be the same country,
Okay.
but not anymore. It is Daniel Boone Day. As in 1769, Daniel Boone was the first American to see the valleys and forests of Kentucky. And he was never heard from again.
I mean, he was.
I mean, what's he done lately?
Well, didn't he die at the Alamo?
Probably, if that was even a real thing.
I'm pretty sure it was, and it's still there.
Prove it.
I mean, Ozzy peed on it.
He got arrested too.
He did.
I have a confession to make, Colby.
You peed on the Alamo?
I might have peed on the Alamo too. There wasn't anybody around. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning and I was drunk.
Just,
I said, Ozzy did it. I can do it.
right. But the end of the story was he went to jail.
Right. I didn't get caught.
Okay.
It's only illegal if you get caught, kids.
True.
Remember that, kids.
Well, just don't do it.
No, do it. Take a picture and send it to the show. We want to know about it.
It's just, it'll be our we'll trade that out for the Calvin peeing on something. It'll be you peeing on something now.
I need a sticker of Calvin peeing on the Alamo.
You really don't. You really don't. As many enemies as you make in traffic already, you really don't.
I hate people. It's National June Bug Day. I don't know why I need to commemorate those horrible creatures.
I mean, it's June.
Gross.
I guess they need their own day.
National Alexandra Day. Alexandra is a lady with personality who stands strong to defend those that she cares about. I don't. That's all it says. I don't know who Alexandra was.
Man, they haven't met many Alexandras.
It's also National Benjamin Day. So if you are a Benjamin married to an Alexandra, you guys got a great day today.
Probably should go ahead and get married on this day.
Probably.
I mean, it's already your day anyway.
And then at your wedding reception, instead of cake, you can have chocolate ice cream because it is National Chocolate Ice Cream Day today.
Have a chocolate ice cream cake.
No, it's gross.
Wait,
Chocolate ice cream's nasty.
but then ice cream cake.
I've never one time in my entire life had an ice cream cake.
Okay, I have, and I shouldn't have.
I mean, it looks like I have.
I'm lactose intolerant, but yes, I have had that.
It is National Elias Day. For those of you named Elias Sports Bureau, I guess. National VCR Day.
Why?
Colby, I have a story to tell you.
You still have a VCR?
No, I haven't had it or used a VCR since probably 2005, 2006.
Right.
My 22-year-old son is trying to pretend like he's from the 80s. He's bought like 3 VCRs at pawn shops and he pieced them all together so that he had a working one. And now he's all going to like bookstores and thrift stores buying VCRs and watching movies on VCR in my living room. The first movie he got, Top Gun.
Okay, that was a little bit of a waste of a first movie to get.
No, because that is the greatest. The problem is the tape that he bought like ended about halfway through it and it didn't work. He didn't get to see the end.
It's really okay. There's nothing really that happens in that movie.
Oh God, you don't even know. Did you ever see the new one?
No,
See, you're missing out.
don't have any interest.
Missing out.
I went in and watched the old one back in the day and was like, okay.
I don't know how anybody can't be into Top Gun.
And now they're going to play volleyball. Okay.
No, they didn't play volleyball again, though. They played two-way football on the beach.
Okay.
They play offense and defense at the same time.
Oh, wow.
I don't know who came up with that, but it sounds amazing. As long as Tom Cruise is playing. I call Tom Cruise. And then finally, Colby, it is National World Food Safety Day. I feel like that's not necessary.
So we all go check our caramel apples for Razor Blades Day?
I mean, or your Pepsi sodas or whatever they had back in the day.
I don't understand your safety foods.
I mean, I worked in restaurants for a long time and I still don't get food safety why it's necessary, but
if you heat it hot enough, it's going to kill whatever you put on it anyway.
165 degrees.
Damn right.
We done talked all the way through our commercial time, so we're just going straight to GBU.
Gotcha. This is the Good, Bad, and Ugly. That segment where I go through all the people that were born today, find the famous people that are famous enough to me to make this list, and then me, Tim, and you decide who's the good person, who's the bad person, and who is the ugly person. And we've got a big list today, so we're going to start off. This is not in any order, but 53 years old today, one Mike Modano.
Mike Modano, if you're from Canada.
That's right.
Wow, that's a big one.
That is a big one.
Even though he's a traitor now and he works for that other team.
Yeah, but still, you know what? Gavin Spittle got onto us for even thinking that.
What?
That
he was a traitor?
That he's a traitor.
I mean, technically, he tried here first and they didn't want him.
Right.
So I get it.
Turning 51 years old today. If he's in a movie or anything, I'm watching it. It's one Carl Urban.
Singer Keith Urban's younger, less talented brother.
No,
I know him as Dr. McCoy,
yeah,
right?
you know him.
I know who he is.
His new Dr. McCoy. You still haven't seen Dredd, which you need to.
Sylvester Stallone?
No, Carl Urban's Dredd.
They were in the movie together?
No.
There was another movie?
Yes.
Oh, we had this conversation, didn't we?
Yes.
Like you hated the Stallone one because he took his helmet off.
But Carl Urban played Dredd.
Like the comic
Perfect.
book. All right, I'll watch it.
Perfect.
I'm marking it down right now. Do they have it on VHS?
It's on Hulu right now.
But can I watch it on VHS?
I mean, no, because it came out after VHS was available.
I'm going to record it off of Hulu onto a VHS
and watch it.
And then watch it on VHS.
180.
180p.
Whatever it was. Speaking of wrestlers from our first segment, superstar Billy Graham. He passed away in 2023.
The preacher? He was
No.
like 90.
No. The wrestler, superstar Billy Graham. You don't remember superstar Billy Graham?
I mean, I remember evangelist Billy Graham.
Okay, no.
Were they related?
No.
You think he stole the name from the preacher?
Maybe.
Just for some recognition?
I don't think he needed to. I think Billy Graham was actually like his name, and so he just threw in superstar on top of it.
Can we even prove that?
You know what? Probably.
What year did he die?
2023.
Oh, so this year.
Turning 56 years old today, one Dave Navarro.
Overrated.
He was good, but I think he made more of what he had through life because of his looks over his ability. But he was better than what you may have just given
Jane's
him.
addiction. We never knew what she was addicted to.
Well, it was everything.
Maybe it was Dave.
Maybe it was, stealing, because she was been caught stealing.
Big time.
Also passed away in 2023. Lance Reddick.
I was really hoping you were about to say Lance Armstrong.
No, Lance Reddick, you would, if you looked him up, you'd recognize him off the bat, but pretty much everything he's in, as soon as he's in it, you're like, yeah, I like this character.
The dude from what was it, The Wire? He was on The Wire.
He was on The Wire.
Yeah, and then other stuff, obviously.
He was,
yeah, he was young when he died too.
Yep. Mick Foley turns 48 years old today.
Guitarist for Foreigner.
No, this would be Cactus Jack, a.k.a. Dude Love, a.k.a. Mankind, a.k.a. Mick Foley.
Could he just not make up his mind on a name?
No. A lot of that was, he was one guy in one promotion. He was a different guy in a different promotion. And then like the WWF decided they wanted him to come out as Mankind. And then he just started switching personalities, and every personality everybody loved.
I want to say I know who that is.
If you want to go watch one of the most gruesome wrestling matches,
I remember him.
Okay, go watch him versus The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. That was still pretty scarring to me when it happened. Dean Martin passed away in 1995.
You know what? One of my all-time favorites.
Just because of his martini and him hanging out with Sammy Davis Jr.
Him and the Rat Pack.
Uh-huh.
I was obsessed with the Rat Pack like around the 80s when I was a teenager, man. I was into everything and anything Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Joey Bishop, Peter Lawford, Sammy Davis Jr., the entire rundown of the Rat Pack. Just, dude, I was in on it. It was great. He was great.
A man that made a living off of drinking his own urine and now has another reality show based on him making other people drink their own urine. Bear Grylls turns 49 years old today.
You know, I never understood Ben Rogers' obsession with Bear Grylls.
I mean, a lot of people.
It's all fake.
A lot of people were obsessed with somebody that was that kind of badass survivor.
But he wasn't. It all came out that it was all staged and fake.
Well, of course, because the camera crew was there.
I don't get reality TV at all. I don't understand it.
I mean, you have a camera crew there. What else are you going to have there? Probably, if he needs it, a bag of McDonald's.
Yeah, as soon as the camera's turned off, he gets a cheeseburger.
Right.
And a urinal.
So, I mean, I don't.
Porta potty.
Right. And here's your limeade. That's supposed to look like your urine.
Yellow Gatorade.
Pretty much the same guy in every single movie he's ever been in. And also, I don't know if I'm mad at it or not. 35 years old, Michael Cera.
I mean, he's made a lot of money off that one bit, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, that according to your rule, it's great.
Yeah, no. I mean,
I don't hate his character. I mean,
it's not a not talent though. It's
right.
Just he's the one trick pony.
It's the same thing every role.
Right.
Although he was great in Arrested Development.
See, I never watched it.
You would love Arrested Development.
Never watched it.
I've seen every episode like 100 million times.
Didn't really have any interest.
I think you would like it as far as comedies go.
Tom Jones is 83 years old today.
It still sounds like he's 73.
Right. Still probably doing somebody's mom and
great-granddaughter.
Yeah.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
Oh, panties. Hit me in the face. Allen Iverson, 48 years old today. Practice.
How old is he?
48.
That's it?
That seems old to me.
Holy crap. I didn't know he was that young.
I mean,
I would have guessed 58. I thought he was way older than me.
Like 2 years older than I am.
3 years younger than I am.
Bill Hader turns 45 years old today.
By the way, Allen Iverson overrated.
Nope. He just was short.
Therefore overrated.
No.
How old is Bill Hader?
45.
That sounds about right.
Liam Neeson is 71 years old today, and he has a particular set of skills. And he plays that same guy now in every single movie, and we'll still go watch it.
Dude, he is old.
Yep.
Dang.
And it still has a massive dong, from what I understand.
His wife died, Colby. Can't talk about his dong.
I mean,
I think she took it with her.
Okay. Put it in a box.
She was cute, too.
Iggy Azalea turns 33 years old today. Talking about butt.
Is that who they named the flower after?
I mean, maybe.
Do I know who Iggy Azalea is?
Go ahead and Google her up. She's a rapper.
A rapist.
She's a rapper.
Azalea. Oh, no.
Yeah,
no thanks.
Did you look at her butt? You probably need
I'm
to.
just looking at the front.
You just probably need to before you go up.
No. Yeah, no, I'm out.
Okay, well, you're an idiot.
Nope.
And he's a symbol, but he's always the prince. It's passed away in 2016.
Prince?
Yep.
It's his birthday?
It's his birthday.
Dang, so he would be... Wait, don't tell me. Oh, you probably don't know.
I don't know.
He'd
Why
be
would I tell you?
66 this year. No, 65 this year.
Game blouses.
Him, Prince, Michael Jackson, Madonna, and my brother were all born in the same year. 1958.
The fact that your brother is in that same grouping in your mind kind of throws me off a little bit.
Kind of closer to Prince than I was my brother.
Okay.
Say hard, Prince.
I mean, that was 2016, but you can do what you want to. And that is your list, everybody. I know it was long.
And you did narrow it down. What? Just tell us who you left off, because those are notable.
Christian McCaffrey
You
is
did that.
27 years old today. And one Jenny Jones
Yes.
is 77 years old today.
Talk show host.
So,
damn. I wonder what she looks like now. I bet she looks better than Brooke Shields.
I'm gonna say probably not.
You don't think so?
I'm gonna say no.
Jenny Jones hyphen Hamm.
No, that's not how. I mean, sure.
Jenny Jones now. Colby.
Has anybody got a picture of her now? That's probably not happening.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Not that bad.
Is it going to be that up close as the Brooke Shields photo that you can see every little line, like that dude that took, or the lady that took, or them, it's 2023
God,
that took that picture. It was so close to her and zoomed in. It was like, man, what are you doing? And how did you get that close?
Let me format this properly then, and I will show you some Jenny Jones action.
About to zoom into.
And how old is she?
77. What my page says.
Colby, I probably would. No. She might be better looking now than she was at 27.
I think you're overrating the things that are about to happen on the screen.
All right, here we go.
All right, here it is.
So you can have either
don't do it. That's
this
shocking enough. Damn it.
Or you can have this.
I'm pretty sure I'm going with Brooke Shields.
Or you could have this.
You know what? I'm still going with Brooke Shields on all that.
All right, that's fine. You can have all three of them because I'm going with this.
Didn't even offer.
No, it's because I'm keeping her to myself.
All right.
Great page, Sporonic hyphen Hamm.
You know what? Then I'll just take none of the above. Then how about that? I'll just walk away. Be like
Jenny Jones, not that bad.
Be like Gerb in the "Would you rather" comments.
Pass.
Just pass. Gerb, would you rather have 41-pound testicles or one 40-pound testicle? Pass.
You can't pass.
That's not how this works. You got to pick one.
Pass. Jeez, the great Gerblovich.
What is wrong with your
Germinator Gerblovich? Tell them about that one. So every time we come in from break on the golf show, I have a different nickname for him.
Right.
Now I got to remember Gerbinator Gerblovich.
It's an ode to whatever else is going on in your brain.
I'm all right. I'm putting together my good, bad, and ugly. My good was pretty straightforward.
Right.
By
the way, if you have yours, you want to throw them in the comments. If you heard one that you thought should be a good, should be a bad, should be an ugly, go right ahead.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, what you got?
Didn't take long, Colby. Colby, my good, and there were several. There's a lot on here that could have been good. Jenny Jones, who I just admitted I would have coitus with at the age of 77. Not my good.
Okay.
Mike Modano could have been good. Greatest American-born goal scorer in NHL history.
Right.
But just one Stanley Cup.
That's enough.
Carl Urban could be good.
Damn right.
Preacher Billy Graham, who apparently that's not who that was.
Superstar Billy Graham.
Tom Jones could be a good. Colby, I went with the great Dean Martin.
Whoa.
Dean Martin is my good. Because he was. I mean, he wasn't, but he was. My bad. AI. Allen Iverson is my bad. I chose Allen Iverson over Christian McCaffrey, who's an incredibly overrated football player.
No, it's just injury prone.
And over Bear Grylls, who is just stupid.
But he drinks his own urine.
You know what? Good for him. He's going to die a young man. Although he's how old today? I forgot how old he was.
He's 49.
Oh, yeah. He's not going to live to see 50. My ugly, Colby, and again, there were lots of choices on our ugly list. Jenny Jones was not one of the choices.
Okay.
Because I've had worse. Dave Navarro is my ugly.
It's not even.
Dave Navarro was a cross-dressing transvestite before they were cool.
All right, then. I mean, there was a lot of other to pick from. That
For an ugly?
Yeah.
I mean, Bear Grylls, Mick Foley. I don't know what Billy Graham looks like.
Yeah, you would never say that. I mean, he'd get up out of his grave.
Oh, it could have been Iggy Azalea.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know, Michael Cera.
My good toss up, because Carl Urban is a very big favorite of mine when it comes to anything to do with him, and he's in something. But I have to go with Prince, just because it's Prince. Sorry.
Okay. No, and that's nobody wouldn't. Yep.
My bad has to be it's Bear Grylls. It just is. I mean,
argument.
I appreciate that you don't really have an appreciable talent and you made a whole lot of money, but still. And my ugly Mick Foley. I mean,
yep, I see it.
He was not put on this planet to beautify the nation. He was here to entertain. So there is my good, bad, and ugly.
Very nice, Colby. Thank you for that. Maybe our most inclusive list so far, right?
I mean, yeah.
27 people?
Well, it was 17.
And you scratched 2, but then I made you do them anyway.
Right.
Which I think was great because it included Jenny Jones.
So you could go look up somebody and do stuff.
So I could put Brooke Shields on the screen one more time.
Scares me every single time you do that. Not expecting it. Damn it.
We're having nothing but fun here on a Wednesday on the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim show. Colby, let's get into the 7:45 sports report, shall we?
All right, let's do it.
Oh, wait, I might have music.
Play in the background.
Oh, it's not going to play. Never mind.
Never mind. It's not going to play in the background.
Oh, wait, let me try it over here.
He's going to do more things.
As we're reaching and producing on the air here.
You know, sometimes it's really good if we have stuff prepared to go, but that's not how we do things. We like to, you know, put on our underwear one leg at a time as the show's going.
That's what I found. I mean, that's kind of sports.
I mean, that is. Now it's time for your Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim Sports Report.
Let's skip over PGA Tour and Live Golf stuff right now.
Not until somebody pays me to.
I do, though, want to talk about Josh Allen as your Madden cover boy.
That spells nothing but trouble.
Somebody hates the Buffalo Bills over at EA Sports.
I mean, there's already the Madden curse.
I mean, it's a real thing. Make no mistake. We should do a segment about it one day if we ever have a show.
But the Madden curse it's usually like, okay, something either really huge, really bad is going to happen to this guy, or it just goes along. There's been a couple of years where it's like, it wasn't really that bad that happened.
Just had like an off season or something.
Right.
They didn't get injured or dead.
But yeah, I don't think death has happened with the Madden curse, but yes.
Oh, I think was very early on. Yeah, I have to look up and see who it was. Someone killed.
Oh dear.
Was Ray Caruth a Madden cover guy?
No, I don't think Ray Caruth was ever on the cover of Madden.
What about Henry Ruggs? Was he on the cover?
No. But
OJ?
Josh Allen's been kind of at the no. They didn't have Madden back in OJ's day.
69. The cover of Madden 69.
Don't Google that. You get a totally different video. Probably something you don't want. It'll probably sound a lot like boom, 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 boom.
Stand back, Marino!
So,
This switch shape right here. I made that.
wow, we just put John
Way out there.
in just some kind of internet adult theme.
Porn Madden.
Yeah. Oh God.
Boom.
It makes the boom sound so much worse now.
Let's do that.
But Josh Allen was already kind of spiraling a little bit last season at the end of the year.
See, this is why I'm questioning the decision to use him. Like, he's coming off not a horrible year. His worst was a pro.
Right. Well, the playoffs were really where he started to like just lose what he had.
Okay, our birthday boy, Christian McCaffrey, to me, would have been a better choice. He had more of an impact on the season last year.
This is almost feels like it's we should have given it to you last year prize.
When I first started seeing this come across Twitter today, I was like, okay, this is the guy. Like, this is the fake Madden cover. It's not real. And then I saw the tweet from Josh Allen. Oh, it's like a childhood dream come true. Like, why? Did you want to break your leg and miss half the season? He dreams about being a cover boy on Madden, do they?
But with this, I've already said no. I mean, yes. I could see wanting to. If you were like, man, I'm pro sports and you played Madden growing up and you're like, one day I'm on the cover of it, I can see wanting it to happen. I really can. But the curse that goes behind it, you probably don't think about that part of it. You're like, no, I'm good.
Right.
It's not going to happen to me. But this is one of those times where it looks like it really could be that curse that kicks in because, man, it kind of felt like he lost it unless he just super finds it in the offseason. This could be look at the year he's having. And he was the Madden. I mean, this is not going to be like when they had the Cleveland Browns running back that I just now forgot his name on the cover.
Who was the Cleveland Browns? Was that
it was like the white running back in the day that they had on the cover.
Peyton Hillis.
And like he had like a year that was good and they put him on the cover and then
nope. Like I almost forgot he existed till you just said that.
Right. He was like touchdown Tommy again.
Touchdown Tommy Vardell.
Everybody said he was going to be Mike Allstott or like him or Zonka.
You're in good hands with Allstott.
Yeah, thanks, Berman.
I just think that there were more deserving players. If you're just going, like, what do they base this on? The previous season?
It's the previous season. It's the like where they think, because it's still a cover that they're trying to sell to your football fan, your video game fan,
sure,
right?
The younger generation.
And they try not to go back to back with players because, like, right now, every year should be just Pat Mahomes on it.
Right.
Should be. But they want to have a different cover person, pretty much every single year. And so this, since it was before last year, it was like it's Pat Mahomes, then it's Josh Allen, and then it's everybody else.
Right.
And so I feel like this was one of those to where, again, we should have put you on there last year. Here's your prize now.
Well, you remember why they couldn't do it last year? Do you remember who last year was?
No.
John Madden. Remember they went and did that whole thing?
That's right.
So, I mean, kudos for not putting Josh Allen on it last year.
Right.
But yeah.
So that makes even more sense now because they missed Josh Allen's time to be on it.
Man, I don't know. I don't have a problem with this. I feel like there are other players more deserving.
It's bad juju for
Brock Purdy. Put Brock Purdy on it. He had a better year.
No, don't put him on it. No.
Who should be on it?
Who?
Dak Prescott.
I don't want to see him on it. I don't. We already got so much bad juju as Dallas Cowboys fans.
Man, can you imagine the Madden curse for the Cowboys?
Yeah, everything goes wrong.
I mean, he should have been on it when he broke his leg, right? the year before that.
Just get it over with. Let's go ahead and get this done. But yeah, no, the Josh Allen. I hope it doesn't come to fruition. I hope he snaps out of everything and we get to watch that Josh Allen.
Don't say snap. He's gonna snap something.
Snaps out of his funk.
That's bad juju.
I hope he does that and everything's great. And we get to watch that Josh Allen versus Pat Mahomes show some more because that's great football. But it just doesn't seem like that's really a good thing for the Buffalo Bills.
No, and Josh Allen, top 5 quarterback in the league, top 3 in the AFC?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
I thought that until the end of last year. Dude, he looked lost in the playoffs. He looked like Dak Prescott in a playoff game.
Well, yeah, he definitely looked like there was
Can't
more,
even argue with that, can you?
there was more weapons that he had than Dak did in the San Francisco game, but he did look like he had, deer in the headlights look. Dak has
Really
that.
did.
Dak has that against especially against San Francisco, because we're hoping it was because of the plays that were ran in there was very questionable.
We are hoping.
We're hoping for more than Kellen Moore this year. That should be a bumper sticker.
Colby, and other sports news for our 745 sports segment.
I don't even want to talk about this part.
I don't think it matters. Jacob deGrom, of course, done for the year and most of next year.
Right. With the Tommy John.
Dreaded underwear guy surgery.
Right. I don't know if that's what it's called.
The torn UCL, I guess, in his throwing arm, and now he's got to have Tommy John. All this means that he's going to have 10 great years after he has the surgery. And we hope it's with the Rangers.
Well, a few of them will be, because we sure are paying him enough.
But, the success the Rangers have had this season, he hasn't really been a factor because he already hasn't been available. He's pitched in 5 games, Colby, all year long.
Right.
The Rangers won all of them. He went 6 innings, 7 innings, 4 innings, 6 innings, and then the dreaded April 28th game when he came out early with the sore elbow. He pitched 3 2/3 innings. He's pitched a total of 26 2/3 innings all year. He just hasn't been by the way, with a 1.35 ERA.
Yeah.
But he just hasn't been available, so he hasn't been a factor here as the Rangers now stand at, 40-20 on the year. Insane. They're on right now, right?
They are on right now.
You have a scoring update for us?
That would be 0-0 bottom of the third.
Who's on the mound tonight?
I haven't
Can
even
you tell?
looked. Right now they're not on the mound.
Okay.
So they are batting.
I'll have to see. This isn't concerning to me, like, at all. I get we're paying them, we're not but they're paying them a ton of money, and there's that. But as long as the team's winning, I don't really give a crap. And they're still winning. Everyone else has stepped up.
I hear what you're saying, and Dunning's come in and done a great job filling in, and the rest of your starting pitching is doing phenomenal. And I get what you're saying about not, as far as the regular season's going, think that it could be something that the loss of DeGrom that could derail you. But my thinking was, even when it was announced that he was going on the IL before we found out he was having Tommy John surgery, was as long as he's back for the playoffs. Before I found out about Tommy John.
Right, yeah, that's kind of what we were hoping we'd see him back in September. But, we'd be doing good to have him for September next year, Colby.
No, I understand that. And that's kind of the kick to the nuts for me. This whole deal. Yeah. Does it matter that he will be in for right now? It doesn't look like it. Now, will this team continue to be a supreme offensive juggernaut the whole entire season? You're going to see some slumps. It's going to happen. I don't know if it can keep going at this pace. And if it does, then every single record in the MLB is going to be smashed in little tiny pieces.
Yeah.
But yeah, having DeGrom for that playoff run, and especially him that's not really pitched a whole lot during the regular season, and you get him a few warm-up games and then he's good to go, and you can pretty much just run him out there like every third game. And that's
fresh DeGrom. Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been amazing. And
you'll have that for next year now.
You will. But
and how great would it be coming off of a World Series win?
What if during his Tommy John surgery, they give him the Rookie of the Year arm where it makes that rubber band sound and he throws like a 125-mile-an-hour fastball?
I don't know if that's legal.
No, but they did that in that movie that
right.
one time, or that documentary about that kid that got surgery, and he would throw it and you hear
like a slingshot.
Yes. He was striking out people left and
I
right.
don't even like documentaries.
No, I don't. That's the reason why I call regular movies documentaries, because it's about as close as I'm going to get to them.
Colby, the Rangers are 40-20. They're 21-8 at home. And most surprisingly, 19-12 on the road, where they have struggled mightily in the past few years.
They're winning they're going to win this series versus the Cardinals already. They've already took the first 2 games.
Yeah. And I mean, the Cardinals are having a down year, but how good does it feel to beat the freaking Cardinals?
It feels really good. It'd feel a lot better if they looked better.
Freaking Cardinals.
Or if I could name a few people besides Goldie that's on their team.
I don't care about the Cardinals anymore. I like beating the Cardinals. I like beating the Yankees and the Disastros.
I like beating the Cardinals and the Astros more than I even care about the Yankees now.
I just hate the Yankees. No more Yankee, my wanky.
I don't know if that's
the Rangers 4.5 games ahead now of the Disastros, 9 games ahead of the Angels, who stand at 32-30. Colby, they are 10.5 games ahead of the Seattle Mariners, who are at 30-31, and we care about them because they're in the Western Conference.
Right.
And then the Oakland A's, soon to be Las Vegas A's, at 14-50 with a .219 winning percentage. 28 games back of your Texas Rangers. And you want to talk about consistency, Colby? At home, they are 7-24. On the road, they are 7-26. They can lose everywhere equally.
That's what you call, you got this thing down. You got it down. I got it down, Pat. No tickling.
Huh. It's just insane.
Soon to be your Las Vegas A's.
Yeah, it's fun right now. That stadium's going to be badass up in Las Vegas. I've seen some artists' renderings of it. Might have to move to Las Vegas, Colby.
Oh, Gray's pitching, by the way.
Oh, it is John Gray. Okay.
Yeah. So there you are.
All right.
Congratulations to everybody. All right. So coming up next, are we ready for coming up next?
We're ready for coming.
Gross.
Up next. Let me finish. Up next.
All right. So we've got brackets, as it's our second group of most annoying people in sports media. Got a little video to show you, and also O.J. Simpson as the Terminator.
It's a thing.
News and notes is also coming up. That's all next on the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim show.
Hello, sports fans.
FanStream Sports.
Hey, you like golf? There's a good chance you do, because I said so. But what do you need playing golf? Well, you need clubs, right? Clubs, you need balls. The thing that people don't usually think about is that golf bag. And that's what most people see when they look at your golf clubs, like right off the bat. And if you've got a raggedy bag, it's not doing you any favors, bud. So get you a new bag. Go over to orca-golf.com. Orca-golf.com. Why are you going there? You're going there because you want a golf bag, but you want one that's kind of screams you. So you want to pick the colors. Well, you can use your own custom colors. Maybe you have a logo in mind. Maybe it's your logo. You're like Prince. You just have a symbol. That's the case. Dude, you can get your logo on there. Your name, just get it done exactly like what you want it done by actual designers. Nothing goes out of their factory without the approval of the founder, Erica Bennett, who is just brilliant. We've seen some of her bags. We've got one of them actually in the studio. You know what? Dude, it looks good. If you want other people to look at your golf setup and go, man, that just screams Frank. You want that? Then go over to orca-golf.com. Do yourself a favor and use the promo code DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. I'll say that again, DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. So do it today, because Orca Golf is the best choice in the game.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? It means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to Turflife.club.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new Fan Stream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you.
Now, more Fan Stream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show right here on Fan Stream Sports on a Wednesday night, live from our DSP Media Podcast studios in North Dallas.
What up?
We got Rangers on. We've got Denver Nuggets, Miami Heat on in game, 3 of the finals. The series tied 1-1. I don't know why I know that because I don't give a flip.
I thought you were about to spin that wheel right then and there.
But I am pulling for Denver, by the way.
Why do you care?
Denver. I like Denver teams because that's probably where I'm going to retire one day when I'm a billionaire.
Because of marijuana?
No, I like to ski, and I like to watch girls who ski.
Okay, all right. You like ski pants?
I love snow bunnies and ski pants, Colby,
Right,
from the 90s when all the neon colors were in. Oh Lord, I'm feeling a little verklempt here.
Anybody can know what that means.
Colby, it is time as we continue our series, our bracketology. It's part 2 of 4. As we are going over and bracketizing, if that's an adjective.
I mean, you just made it one.
The 64 most annoying people in sports media. And this is group 2. Last week because it was last Wednesday. Doug Gottlieb came out of the first 16.
We'd like to congratulate Doug Gottlieb for making it through the first bracket of the most annoying people in sports media. And you were in the same bracket as Stephen A. Smith, and you made it past him.
You were you made it. I mean, Stephen A. Smith was the 1 seed. He didn't even get out of the first round because we voted Reggie Miller. Doug Gottlieb beat Paul Feinbaum in the finals of that bracket, which means it's good. And Vladdy will be happy with that. So, Colby, we are in the group 2B, whatever.
2B?
The number B.
Or not to be.
Or the letter 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
And in this bracket, we have the 1 seed. Colby, we have somebody on the text that would like to know what you're eating.
Frito-Lay, Munchies. That's whatever was in the snack machine.
Our options are limited in the snack machine.
It was pretty much this or like a Hershey's bar.
And they have almonds too.
They do, which I almost picked, but this was
Hershey's
just a little bit
almonds.
less calories. I just need something to munch on.
I love the Hershey Highway.
What are you saying right now?
Colby, the number 1 seed, Skip Bayless.
Oh dear, no one else. I mean, you wouldn't end it right now.
You know what? You would think so, but much like the first group we went through, I don't know that the 1 seed's going to make it out of the first group.
You don't know how much I hate Skip Bayless.
You don't know how much I hate this next guy. Oh, I should probably get our coin toss machine up on the computer, huh? Because I already think this is good. We're going to need a coin toss.
There's no way.
The 16 seed, Colby, Michael Strahan.
Oh, there's no doubt. It's Skip Bayless for me.
See, not for me.
And what? Michael Strahan's a part of that Fox Sunday.
It's terrible.
I'm okay. I'm fine.
He needs to fix that freaking gap between his teeth. I know he has the money.
But it's part of
Some
his
dental work done, sir.
that is part of his, like, that's his thing. Let it. He is
Disturbing.
nowhere as annoying. Can't be as Skip Bayless. Can't. You can't do that.
All right, you talked me into it because I have personal experience with Skip, and I still hate Strahan more. I worked with Skip Bayless, sir.
I know.
I used to use you put shaving cream in his headphones and put him back in his locked desk at night. All right, you talked me into it.
Skip
wins.
Bayless. I don't think I could have taken the rest of this bracket seriously.
Number 2, Colby, the 8 seed versus the 9 seed. I said that very confusingly. Someone named Stugotz. You know who this is?
Stu Gotts.
Stugotz is?
Never heard of Stu.
Oh, John Wayner, the American. I know who he is. I don't know why they have him listed as Stugotz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that dude. Going against the 9 seed. He is the 8 seed. Going against the 9 seed. Sarah Spain.
I don't know.
Which I have to look Sarah Spain up too. So I know who John Weiner is. Sarah Spain. She is a reporter. And you know what? She's hot. So she's not annoying.
And plus, her middle name's Colby. So,
yeah. She's Sarah Colby Spain.
So, yes.
So it's Stugotz.
Stugotz.
Yep. Stugotz. Can I just put him as John Weiner? Because that's how I know him.
And go ahead and put Weiner down.
John Weiner.
Mm-hmm. Is it Weiner?
It's pronounced Weiner, yeah.
Okay, because it's spelled.
At least that's how I've always heard it.
It's spelled Weiner.
Colby, this next one's going to be fun. It is the 5 versus the 12. We have the number 5 seed, Mike Francesa.
Oh, God.
Versus the 12 seed, Greeny, Mike Greenberg.
It's Francesa.
Agreed. I don't mind Greenberg so much.
No. That Greenberg. No, I'm okay. He sounded like somebody's, telegraph just kind of went off for a second.
Yep.
I'm okay with Greeny.
He's really good at what he does. How about the 4 seed automatic winner? Because he's right up there with Skip to me. Keith Olbermann
versus
the 13 seed, Tony Kornheiser. Oh. I know it's close, but it's a no-brainer for me.
It's not a no-brainer for me because Kornheiser can be great or can be just completely, why are you staring into the camera and trying to make this stupid-ass point? Olbermann, yes, as far as politics are concerned, little much.
He's
little,
an idiot.
And you know what? To some people, he is an idiot. I don't need to hear your political thoughts.
Even when he was doing a political show, I didn't want to know his political thoughts. Remember he had that MSNBC show? God, so bad.
But him doing Sports Center back in the day, as soon as I knew Olbermann and Patrick were doing it, I was like, I'm in.
See, but looking back, I agree. Looking back, I felt like he was good because Dan was the alpha. And Olbermann fed off of Dan. Olbermann can't come up with an original thought to save his life.
I'm going to have to, you know what?
Do I need to flip the coin for you?
Flip the coin for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And we're gonna do the 3, right? Because
right.
I figured the. All right. Well, let's do the camera again because that was fun last week.
So it'll be tails for.
Hi, Colby.
Hey. It'll be tails for Olbermann.
Hi, Paige.
Hello.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Tails is Olbermann.
Yep.
Oh, triple heads for Kornheiser.
Wow. All right. That's who I picked.
Oh, then we have to flip because we differ because I had Olbermann, right? So heads Olbermann, tails Kornheiser.
Okay.
Kornheiser. Damn it. I hate that retard.
Kornheiser wins.
Kornheiser is more
annoying
than Keith Olbermann.
Which I'm not. The reason why we had to flip a coin for me because I was just not sure about each of them.
Colby, next we have two other people that I don't know. So let's
All right.
get ready to look this up. Someone named Bomani Jones.
Okay.
Familiar with a Bomani Jones?
I've heard the name.
Everybody's like, how do y'all not know who Bomani Jones? I don't know. He's an American sports journalist who is currently employed by ESPN. He is a co-host of Highly Questionable with Dan Le Batard, who you'll hear on our list later.
Recognize him right out the bat. I don't find him annoying.
He is the 6th seed against the 11 seed Pablo Torre. Don't know who Pablo Torre is either. Pablo Torre, also host of on ESPN. ESPN Radio. Although he has a very Hispanic sounding name, he appears to be of Asian descent.
Well, his nationality is American, sir.
I don't see that.
That's what it says in his.
Oh, are you looking him up too?
Yeah.
I don't know either one of these people.
The fact that I don't really know Pablo makes me go, I probably will find Bomani more.
Bomani looks like an idiot. So let's go Bomani. What do you think?
I'm not going by, I was just going by the fact that I've heard him enough, and it was probably at one point or another I was like, that's annoying. So
Bomani's our winner, the 6th seed.
Just because of fame. He seems more famous than I am.
Aren't we all? Oh, sorry.
Right.
Colby, the 3 seed, Dan Le Batard, who is highly annoying, versus the 14 seed NFL and broadcast legend, Terry Bradshaw.
Oh, it's Terry Bradshaw.
What?
Have
you ever heard Dan Le Batard?
I have. And you know what? I've shortened his name a few times.
Le Bastard?
Mm.
That's what I shorten it to.
Yeah.
Crap. So you're saying Bradshaw? I don't think Bradshaw's annoying at all.
It's Le Batard. I do find Bradshaw a lot of times when he's forgotten what he's doing there. And he's also forgotten where he's at.
I mean, we do that here too.
Right. But then he forgets what scores he's supposed to be calling out on what game and all that. I'm
It's
like,
true.
I think I've gotten to the point where I'm just like, hey, Terry, let somebody else do that, bud.
God, he makes so much money too.
Just let somebody else do that, bud.
Colby, in our next bracket, we have a pair of J's.
Okay.
As we have the 7 seed Jay Williams versus the 10 seed Jay Billis.
I got to go Jay Billis.
Me too.
I'm okay with Jay Williams.
Yeah, I agree. Jay Billis gets on my nerves from time to time.
Right. I got it. Yeah. I've never really, watched Jay Williams do anything or listened to Jay Williams and been like, I just wish he'd shut up. But I've done that.
And he doesn't ever.
No.
Colby, our final first round bracket, the 2 seed Max Kellerman versus the 15 seed, who I just find absolutely delightful, Molly Karam.
It's Max Kellerman. And
Yeah.
and
it's not close.
I do like some of the stuff that Max does, just not all of it.
Well, I mean, from a comparison standpoint, he's more annoying than Molly Karam.
Right.
I mean, he may not be terribly annoying, but he's more annoying than her.
He's definitely not winning at the end of this thing.
Probably not. Colby, the 1 seed Skip Bayless as we advance to round 2.
Uh-huh.
These two teams hate each other. The 1 seed Skip Bayless versus the 8 seed John Stugotz Weiner.
Okay, yeah, no. Skip over the Wiener.
I agree. Colby, continuing in the second round, the 5 seed Mike Francesa versus the 13 seed Tony Kornheiser.
Francesa.
Agreed.
Oh, this is going to be a tough finals. I'm kind of seeing it develop right now.
Yep. We have the 6 seed Bomani Jones versus the 3 seed Dan Le Batard.
It's Dan Le Batard.
It is. Dan Le Bastard.
Still can't really say what I call him.
I can't figure out what you call him then.
That's just...
I mean, you could.
Right.
Colby, we have the 7 seed the 10 seed Jay Billis versus the 2 seed Max Kellerman. This is close to me.
Neither one of them are really annoying to that extent.
I think Billis is slightly more annoying.
You go ahead. I'm with you.
You
there.
agree?
That's fine.
Okay.
Because neither one of them are getting past this next round.
All right. Semifinals, Colby. In group 2 of our most annoying people in sports media, bracketology. See, this one's tough, man. The 1 seed Skip Bayless versus the 5 seed Mike Francesa. They had to end up in the same bracket before the finals, right? Like this is really the championship game right here.
This is, in as much as Francesa annoys the hell out of me, his points that he makes, even though a lot of times are just to try and draw you off sides, he does it from an area of non-fakeness. That's just him. Skip screams fake, annoying. I use a lot of hand lotion. I stare at myself in the mirror on the way before I go to the studio. I think I am the epitome of I hate Skip Bayless.
So you take Skip.
Skip.
So I think there is not one out of the bajillion possible things you could possibly think of. There is not one likable thing about Skip Bayless. Not one. Out of bajillion possible things that you could possibly think of, I might be able to come up with one likable thing about Mike Francesa.
Right.
So therefore it's Skip.
If it was
by a
Francesa
hair.
And another bracket, maybe.
And then Dan the Bastard or Jay Billis.
It's Lebitard.
It's Dan Lebitard. And then, of course, in our finals, Dan
Versus Skip.
Lebitard
Skip.
or Skip Bayless.
Skip. It's Skip.
You should have known the 1 seed was going to come out of this bracket, Colby.
It's Skip.
Because it's not even close.
No. When you're so annoying to work with that Shannon Sharp goes, Skip, I'm out.
I'm seeing things now that I didn't expect to see, that apparently Fox wanted him out. This was all Fox's idea, but was it Fox's idea because Skip went to Fox and said, I don't want to work with this individual anymore? That's my Skip Bayless impression.
Oh, whichever it is, it's better for Shannon.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Shannon Sharp either, but I always felt sorry for him having to work with Skip.
And well, a lot of the reason why you didn't like Shannon Sharp was because of the placement.
I mean, Shannon is no Sterling Sharp.
No.
Nobody remembers Sterling, do they?
I do. I used to have his.
For the Packers?
Yes. Used to have a couple of his football cards. Thought he was going to be something.
Sterling.
Something special.
Somehow Shannon made it into the Hall of Fame.
Well, he was a really damn good tight end, sir.
I mean, he was okay.
No.
He had some damn good quarterbacks throwing to him.
He had nobody throwing to him for while he was in Baltimore. It was
Joe Flacco throwing to him. What a freaking Super Bowl.
Again, nobody.
Whatever. Colby hates football.
I just don't like Joe Flacco. You just brought up the wrong stupid quarterback.
Joe Flacco, he's pretty good.
Joe Flacco sucks.
I think he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
I think
Who's better? Joe Flacco or Dak Prescott?
That's Dak Prescott.
It's a coin. I got to flip the coin.
No, you don't.
Joe Flacco or Daniel Jones?
Oh my God.
Come on, it's not even close. It's Daniel Jones.
No, it's probably Flacco at that point.
Colby's trolling now.
No, I'm
Colby
not.
never trolls.
No, I'm not. You could have said anybody else, but Daniel Jones. No,
All right.
I can't go there.
All right, so Joe Flacco in his prime,
Right.
or Peyton Manning right now?
I'll take Peyton Manning right now.
No way. Come
Yes.
on.
Take Peyton Manning right now.
All right. Joe Flacco in his prime, his Super Bowl year, or Danny White right now?
Maybe.
I'm trying to get you to say Flacco.
I don't know if I can, but maybe I shouldn't be the person you asked that question.
Danny White's my favorite Cowboys quarterback. And punter.
Punter.
And punter.
My favorite punter. My favorite punter ever.
Good day, mate. Got to answer it.
Okay, fine. It's Joe Flacco.
That pained you, didn't it?
I hate Joe Flacco.
Colby said it.
We're all drunk.
I think his eyebrows could throw a football better than his actual arms can.
They all have eyebrows like that in Delaware.
Stand back, burrito.
Man, I don't know. I think you could like smuggle people in those things.
You could definitely smuggle small household pets.
Right.
Like both my dogs would fit in like one in each eyebrow.
Just kind of peering through the weeds.
Have little eyes and a little nose poking out.
Is it time for us to come out yet?
Jesus Christ.
Have we made it past the hotel front desk? Oh, God. I don't know how we got here.
So Skip Bayless wins our bracket.
What day is it? What are we doing? I'm just kind of
Colby,
flabbergasted with the whole make me pick Joe Flacco segment that turned into.
I could do it. Yeah. Next week, we're going to rate the porn stars
Of
porn.
all of porn. Of the history of porn, we're just going to rank them from 1 to however many
I will see the top
billion.
The top 320 that I can come up with out of the back of my mind without looking at anything.
Without looking at anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and the fact that you will know and you will be able to rattle off 20 of them's name is it's kind of scary. Just a little bit.
It's not. I feel like anybody can do that. That's not a special
20?
gift.
There's no way.
20?
There's no way I could do that. There's no way I could
20
do that.
porn stars of all time.
Okay, of all time. No, I still can't get to 20. I still can't get to 20. There's no way.
I don't know if I could do that. I need more beer and a couple of films in front of me.
Because a lot of them are just going to be like, yeah, and by the way, Debbie.
Linda Lovelace.
Yeah.
Debbie Reynolds.
And then
That was the
it'll
wrong
be
Debbie.
like Alexis, Texas.
Alexis, Texas.
And then
I bet we could do 20 between us. Riley Reed.
I don't know that one.
Oh, you need to check out Riley Reed, Colby. No, really, you need to check out Riley Reed. I'm just telling you. I'll send you some links.
No, you don't have to.
Here, I'll put them up on the screen.
You really don't need to do that. That's for sure. We'll lose the rest. I mean, our downloaders will be like, "Where's my links at? Damn it!"
Wait, now I want to see if I can pull up Riley Reed.
Don't do that. So coming up next.
Well, not the porn Riley Reed, just a picture of Riley Reed.
While he's looking up Riley Reed. If you thought that Riley Reed was going to be mentioned a few times on the Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show, and you had that on your Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show bingo card, well, you win something.
Colby, would you rather see Riley Reed with another woman?
What?
Or Riley Reed like with a dude?
You're about to put that up on the screen right now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. You're sending that to my phone?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Through the company email.
Well, I mean, we are the company. So
I mean, nobody can tell me not to, right?
That's right. And not only does a hair club for men work for me, but I'm also the
I'm also about the company.
Yeah, that's right.
I liked it so much.
So
right.
Coming up next, you've got a championship lost on a bonehead play video.
Colby, A.
Uh-huh.
Or B.
I'm actually might pick B because A looked like she was 17.
She might have been when that was taken. She's like 30 now, though. Dirty 30.
And OJ Simpson as the Terminator. I feel gross.
Feel
right
dirty?
Now. I feel gross right now. And then news and notes, and then probably something else dirty happens. That's all coming up on the. That's what it says right here on the run sheet.
Okay, fine.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine, it's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? It means if you play or have a business, or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal, or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to Turflife.club.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is Turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hello, golf friends. It's IndyCar Tim from the Rough. I want to take just a minute here and tell you about our new friends over at Orca Golf. They make high-quality PGA Tour grade golf bags, and they're the best in the business. They're the real deal. They're the best bags I've ever seen. They even designed a bag for the Golden Bear himself, Jack Nicklaus. Head over to orca-golf.com and pick up a great bag from their catalog, or let them customize one just for you. You can use your own custom colors, your own logo, you name it. You work with actual designers, and nothing goes out without the approval of founder Erica Bennett. She's just brilliant. Visit orca-golf.com. That's orca-golf.com, and use our promo code DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. Do it today. Orca Golf, best choice in game.
Guys, let me tell you about Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Are you experiencing low sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, and you just don't feel like you have the vitality you once had? You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. Do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional, targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Call 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7, day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
I kind of feel like 24/7, day or night, is a little redundant on that spot.
It is.
I think I just now caught that.
But, maybe it's just you're making sure that they know, hey, look, 24/7, and if you don't know what that is, just day or night.
Like I'm questioning the intelligence of our listeners.
You've seen some of
I mean, I should, right?
Right.
It's probably valid.
And it's not you we're talking about. It's just our other listeners.
It's some other guy. You don't know who he is. Welcome back to the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim show, where we respect our listeners.
Sometimes.
And our viewers.
Sometimes.
And we really enjoy porn. Well, I mean, I do. I can't speak for Colby.
I was about to say.
I won't do that.
It's I got too many people in my house to really just get down with the whole adult films.
I mean, never mind.
There's not many of my TVs or computers and stuff that
that are private.
Yeah.
So that's why you gotta have private computers, like a closet with the door that locks from the inside, with its own separate computer in there.
You thought way too hard about your own setup.
I didn't have to think very long and hard about it.
I'd do that with like my gaming setup. I once thought I just want to throw my PlayStation and a small TV into a closet.
Dude, what do you
That
think?
locks.
What do you think porn would look like on a high-toned gaming computer? Like, it would be awesome, right? The graphics and the speed of the processor.
I mean, it could be.
I'm
It
getting
could be, or it could be just too much.
I'm getting computer
Just
horny
too
right
much.
now.
Just too much detail.
Nipples are hard.
Just seen way too much now.
Speaking of hard nipples, Colby,
Okay.
it's time for the 825 segment.
Woot, woot. Which is
Our unnamed segment.
which is maybe what's in Tim's beard. It might be a mystery shotgun announcement, or
Yep.
it might be Tim went and found some video he thought was cool or funny, and he wants to play it for you.
So you're a baseball fan,
I am.
and I feel like you're in tune with basic principles of baseball rules.
I am.
Well, I think this was a high school game,
Ding.
and the catcher for the team who thought they won isn't so much in tune with baseball rules.
Oh.
Because I'm going to show you a 40-second snippet of a video. And but there's two things I want you to pay attention. Well, there's many things, but one of the main things is, so watch the batter
Okay.
and then watch the catcher
Mm-hmm.
and listen to the broadcaster, but for separate reasons. Because I feel like this broadcaster has no future in broadcasting. Okay.
Okay.
But watch what's happening in on the field of play as we, and I can't pause it, I can't stop it, but I can play it again. It's only 40 seconds.
Gotcha.
Strike three. And he's out. Hornell wins it. Oh, wait a minute. Hornell's got to pay attention. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Nobody paid
So
attention
is this
to
the way
one
it's gonna
fat
end?
screaming guy.
The second baseman
Wow.
of Hornell knew exactly what was happening, and he couldn't find the ball. So what's happened here is it's a strike three to end the game, a championship game.
Right.
The catcher drops the ball.
So you got to throw it first.
He attempts to tag the runner, which you can do but dude, heads up play by the runner. As soon as he saw that ball drop, he didn't just start jogging, he sprinted. And as the catcher tries to tag him, and it's hard to see, he doesn't. And it looks like the catcher's about to throw to first base. He turns around and looks at the umpire. The umpire's doing this. Like, you didn't tag him.
Right.
The kid apparently misunderstood it. Thought he meant like, yeah, you got him.
Right.
Because he puts the ball in his back pocket and runs to hug the pitcher. The little fat kid at second base sees all of this. He is back there screaming, pointing. 2 outs. You can hear him. 2 outs. And there's 2 outs. And of course, there's a man on base. It's 5-4. Both guys score. Hornell loses after they're sitting here celebrating because the catcher put the ball in. If he'd have just left the ball right there, fat second baseman kid, I don't know his real name.
Right.
We'll roll with that. Would have found it and tagged the second guy out, or the batter out, and then it would have been a tie. So they'd probably have to go into extra innings. But the catcher had the ball in his pocket the whole time. And how'd you like to be that catcher?
No.
Brain fart, dude. You know he knows better than that.
No. That's
So watch it again now, knowing all of this. Okay, watch the batter take off immediately. You'll see the catcher try to tag him, stand up, turns around, looks at and I know it's fuzzy, looks at the umpire who gives the safe sign. No, you did not tag him. And he just puts the ball in his pocket and starts to celebrate. Let's watch it again.
Strike 3. And he's out. Hornell wins it. Oh, wait a minute. Hornell's got to pay attention. I'm not sure what's going on here. So is this the way it's going to end? Wow.
Of course, you see the manager out there. By the way, there's another issue I have with this video. They're both wearing identical red shirts. Both teams.
Well, they both wanted to wear their victory red.
Gray pants, of course, visitor, white pants, but that's just unstable. But as far as the broadcaster goes, I feel like he's got Norm voice. I could not listen to an entire game of him calling it.
It's a young dude, though, man.
He is. I get it.
He still hadn't got all the things going on.
Maybe his balls haven't dropped yet and he's in high school.
I thought maybe it was a lady, if you want to be honest with you. I thought that's what it was.
Oh, you think so?
I thought it was.
So it's either a Susie Colbert or just a prepubescent high school boy.
I thought it was, I thought listening that it was a lady. And
Really?
Yes.
See, that hadn't even occurred to me. Well, then it's even worse. They shouldn't be doing that.
No, please. There's
Can't do that.
You know, yes, they can. And I would prefer it for the most part. If you start having, you know, excuse me, old man term, you're going to start having the chicks do the play-by-play. I'm better for it.
I thought you were going to say broads.
Uh,
Going way back.
I'm better for it because when they go to the booth, I would much rather be staring at ladies than men.
Man,
I mean, as far as, you know, the person that's doing the color commentating,
Yeah.
if you want that person to be an ex-player, then you're doing a men's sport, so it'd be a dude up there, cool.
Doris Burke is about the only chick I can handle on any call, on any play, any color commentary. And that goes for golf. Poor, Dottie Pepper's a very well-respected women's golfer.
Right.
She knows her stuff, but she's mixed in on the PGA broadcasts on Golf Channel, like with 10 other guys. And she's usually stationed on a hole. Sounds really good. But, dude, I just can't, man. I just can't.
As soon as with the Monday night or whoever the ESPN, whatever game they cover, when they started having Susie quarterback that group, I was like, I'm happier with this.
I mean, she's kind of hot.
And I just like Susie Colburn leading something like that. So I would be all right with her, doing play-by-play if that's something that she did.
I guess if that's a girl calling, that never occurred to me that was a girl.
You could be right. I could be right because it's one of those voices where it's like, I'm not sure, but if I were to call it, I'd be like, it would probably be a lady. Play it again. See what you think. Now it's a lady.
Strike 3.
That's a guy.
No,
And he's out. Hornell wins it.
That's a dude.
I don't think that's a dude.
It's a high-pitched voice dude.
Oh, wait a minute. Hornell's got to pay attention.
I think that's a lady, dude. I don't think that's a lady, dude.
I'm not sure what's going on here.
I agree with that.
So is this the way it's going to end?
Dude, that's a dude, man.
I don't think so.
A dude, man.
I think it's a lady play-by-play person.
Man, I don't know about that.
I mean, if we can try and shooting a load into a lady thing right now, is that legal? I mean, it could be. It's on a not.
So now I've got to go
load into a lady. Is that legal? That I'm glad you laughed over that. Shooting a load into a lady. Stop it, me.
Do you have a fresh pair of panties?
Not after that other stuff happened. They're brilliant.
So now I've got to freaking track down this high school and figure out who does the play-by-play for their locally broadcast, like high school baseball games on public access cable.
Correct.
God almighty.
Could be a lady.
This job never ends.
Could be a lady.
What if we find out that the person's name is Pat?
Oh, dear.
Or Kelly.
And they're their personal pronoun is a them.
Then I find their Twitter,
Right.
and it's them.
It's them.
And there's no picture. It's a picture of a baseball.
Damn it! or just the confusing picture is it everything else we've described?
You just can't tell.
I'm just not sure.
Now I've got to tweet this person and go,
Hey!
we have a show bet. Are you a man or a woman? And they just reply,
Yes.
I'm whatever you think I am.
Is that your whatever you think I am voice?
That's my whatever you think I am voice. That's how I would read it in that voice. Oh, Colby, how did we get here?
I don't know, because you didn't know and I was asking questions.
Still sounds like a man to me.
Not
a very good man, but a man nonetheless.
How can you say if they're a good man or not just by the sound of their voice?
If that's a guy, he's not very good at being a guy yet, okay? That's all I'm saying. If it's a woman, she's doing better at being a guy than that if it was a guy. Go back, break down that sentence, okay?
No. Is there a preposition at the end? I don't think.
Colby?
Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has revealed that former NFL player O.J. Simpson almost took the role as the Terminator.
In the first movie.
Mm-hmm. When it originally came out. But.
I'd have made a killing.
But, and this is a quote from Arnold, producers weren't convinced that moviegoers would be able to see him as a killing machine. End quote. Arnold Schwarzenegger made this revelation in the new Netflix docuseries, which you'll hate because it's a docuseries.
Yeah.
Called Arnold, which looks at his life, his hugely successful acting career, and his transition.
What?
Into politics.
Okay.
In the early oh, I probably shouldn't have paused there.
No.
In the early 2000s, the series premieres on Wednesday. Schwarzenegger is joined by the Terminator director James Cameron to look back at how he became such an iconic figure in the late 70s. Cameron recalled that Mike Medavoy, the co-founder of Orion Pictures, which distributed the film, had whittled the cast down to O.J. Simpson as the Terminator, and Schwarzenegger was going to play Kyle Reese.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that fateful day when everybody was watching a Ford Bronco going down the freeway, and you come to find out the reason why he's, this is all happening, and he was the one we knew as the Terminator during all this, because that happened after T2, right?
Oh, that was the OJ chase was 94.
Right.
The T2 was 88, 87, 88.
No, Terminator was the
84.
Yeah. And T2 was, it was 90s because it had it had Guns N' Roses on the track, but it was the after the Use Your Illusion release. It was like their next comeback.
1991.
Yeah.
T2.
So, yeah, so it would have been after that. So it would have been a really blockbuster movie if they'd have used him.
But had OJ played the Terminator, you don't know that there would have been a T2. It might have been a huge flop.
Well, actually, Terminator wasn't that big of a movie.
It was a cult classic.
It was, but it didn't really carry.
Which means people that are in cults like it, I guess.
Uh-huh. But T2 would have brought him back.
Are you trying to tell me that if that had been the case, those two people might still be alive today?
Well, to quote Cher,
if I could turn back time.
Oh my God.
We sounded good.
We didn't really.
We need to be Cher's backup singers.
I didn't really even try and carry anything like that.
I went high, you went low.
Yeah, that's true.
It worked.
That's true.
That's not like that man woman that was calling the baseball game.
Not a man woman.
We don't know. I'm going to get to the bottom of that. I don't mean it's his bottom. I just mean the bottom of the.
It could be her bottom.
If I'm at the bottom of that, I hope it's a her bottom. Can we stop saying her bottom?
Her bottom.
Mark.
If I could turn back time. I just had to make sure I could actually hit that.
Oh, you could.
Not really, but I tried.
You're a drummer.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm behind a kit.
So Colby, like the car kit?
Yes.
Huh.
Wonder if you did a little Pearl Jam in the middle of that, if you'd sound more like Cher, if you did a high pitched Eddie Vedder.
If I could turn back time.
If I could turn back time.
That sounded more like Cher than the first one.
Yeah, so that was like high pitched Eddie Vedder. So is high pitched Eddie Vedder how you sing like Cher?
Was Eddie Vedder the one calling the baseball game?
Might have been. Just somebody kicked him in the nuts.
I mean, I feel like he sounds like that anyway.
No, he's more low and cool.
How did we get to Eddie Vedder calling baseball from O.J. Simpson playing the Terminator?
Yeah.
Woo, 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 woo.
Don't call me daughter.
Don't call me O.J. God, we're off the rails right now.
We found it. This is the ditch. Do we want to stay here?
I know there's one way to stay in the ditch.
Oh, my dear God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once upon a time. Okay. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you, you, for making us sound better. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I found it. How did I say better in the middle of that? Like a robot. It's like all the rest of it was my normal and just went back. Just went right to robot.
Robot Colby.
Mm-hmm. So let's go to, I actually don't know where we're at, somewhere overseas. Hold on. We're going to Kagawa. Kagawa. It's a place. I know because that's where it says it happened at.
Is that in Arkansas?
I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm at the website Japan Today, so I'm guessing it's
Koala Bear. That's where the bears are.
I guess it's so we're going to Japan where all right, so here's what happened. This is not typecasting at all. There's two young guys, a 23-year-old and a 28-year-old. Guess where they were, Tim?
Where?
Japan.
In Koala?
No. And Kagaga.
Kajagugu?
No. But it was, after work, and they just wanted to go blow off some steam. And where you think they were at a karaoke bar.
I was going to say strip club.
They were at a karaoke bar, or as it's called in Kagawa. That's not right. They were at a karaoke parlor.
Oh, it's a parlor.
It's a parlor, and this was on Sunday. So according to police, that's bad.
Red flag.
Yeah, red flag. There was an incident that occurred around 5:20 a.m. Also, red flag. Sunday, 5:20 a.m. at a karaoke parlor in Kagawa, Japan. So one of the person was an actual Japanese man, that says, the other was a foreign student. I'm guessing the 23-year-old was a foreign student. They got into an argument about karaoke things that escalated into the 23-year-old man hitting the 28-year-old man about the head and face.
I'm going to be Cher, you're going to be Sunny. No, I'm going to be Cher, you're going to be Sunny. That's what they're arguing about.
If I could turn back time. With a beer stein.
Oh, God. They have those in Japan?
Yeah, okay. That's so somehow we've involved the Germans into this whole thing.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, that's right. A beer stein. So police were called, and now the foreign student is in Japanese jail, which if Cinemax has told me anything, it's not that bad. But yeah, don't go to Japanese jail because you hit a local man with a beer stein over a karaoke parlor incident.
Don't they have a show about that, like Locked Up Abroad or something? Like I thought that meant they jailed a woman.
You know what? I'm now going to make the next Caged Heat movie.
Oh, God.
With the subtitle Locked Up Abroad.
I locked up a broad.
I locked up a broad.
I have a broad in my basement. Mark.
Let's go to Florida because Florida is America's wang. We're going to Miami-Dade County in Florida, which, you know, is so much of a county. They had to name it twice and put a hyphen in it.
Didn't they have to name that after Dwayne Dade that played for the Heat?
Yes, Dwayne Dade. That's not a real person. So, okay. So there's two people involved in this. One is Cedric Acra. He's 44 years old, and he was packing heat at the night of this incident. And in the store's parking lot, he got into an argument with the victim over Acra's mother, not the victim's mother, Acra's mother not having keys to her own apartment.
Oh.
So somehow the victim was supposed to be responsible for getting Acra's mom some keys. The argument escalated into the point where Acra told the man, "I'm going to kill you." Which, man, you know, over mama's keys, I'm not sure we're going that far.
Right.
I think I'll just find a way to break into the apartment. But, and he pointed the pistol at the victim's head. Now, once this happened, the victim was like, no, and they got into it. Like, he pushed the gun away, and they're rolling around. While they're rolling around, the gun goes off, and it shoots the victim in the forearm and through the abdomen.
Oh,
it's bad.
JFK.
That's bad. No, not JFK. JFK went through other body parts that
Sorry. It was the governor that went through his elbow and his arm and his leg and the magic bullet.
Right. So anyway, he got shot in the forearm and the abdomen, but he was able to wrestle the gun away from Acra after it went off. I'm guessing the shock of it going off, he kind of released it a little bit. And so anyway, so the victim had the gun, and so Acra's standing over him, and the victim has the gun, and somewhere during their talking, he hands the gun back to Acra. And Acra said, "I should finish you off," but then he jumped on his scooter and went home. So the cops were called. But here's a little side note. You're probably not going to be as lucky as this guy. If somebody shoots you and then you're able to get the gun away from them, don't hand it back to them for them to shoot you again. That's dumb.
Huh.
But he you know, he's going to be okay. He may lose, you know, the ability to poop without a bag, but
it happens.
There's that. A little study for all those that were told that, you know, sharpening your pencil solo mode on the laundry would decrease the number of swimmers that you have. There's now a study that actually does increase the number of swimmers you have, and also your chances of having offspring. As a new study
who wants that
suggests that, which means that in order for this study to happen, they had a bunch of dudes in different like sock rooms and just whacking away.
Man, I'm glad I didn't answer that ad.
And they paid them for it. So if you ever thought, man, I'd sure like to be paid for polishing the bishop.
I mean, I feel like I am on my OnlyFans.
There you go. I think you get paid more if you have a bean to flick than you do a stick to whip around.
I don't know. I mean, I pay good money for them to subscribe to my channel, so I thought I'm doing pretty well.
You paid them good money for them to. Wow.
Is that not how it works?
You know what? I think you're subscribed to their channel. I think that's what happened.
I wonder why it didn't look like mine.
Man, every time I see this video of my penis, it looks different.
It's big and black.
It's not yours. It's not yours.
Damn it.
Let's go to Cape Cod. And the reason why we're going to Cape Cod is because they did a 2-year drone study of Cape Cod. And what they were doing is because there's had a number of like shark attacks that have happened out there. And it seems, you know, just wild and you know, a real variant of when people get attacked and when they don't.
Yep.
It's like not that happens on certain times of the year or anything. It's just surfers are out, and then every once in a while, a surfer will get attacked by a shark or something. And they're trying to find some logic behind it. So they did a drone study. And it was for 2 years. They just, while people were surfing, they just put drones up to watch with the ability to kind of see into the depths of the water, see what's going on. They found out that great white sharks lurked near swimmers and surfers for 97% of the time of the 2-year drone study.
I'm out of the water.
So if you ever think, man, I'd sure like to go to Cape Cod to catch some of those waves.
Nope.
Pick a different place. 2
Arkansas.
years drone study, 97% of the time, there was a great white that was within swimming than striking distance of somebody.
I don't know why people do that.
So you know what that tells me? Great whites aren't really interested in what we got going on as far as humans. They're just finally like, you know what? F it. Charlie told me that humans taste bad, but I don't believe him. I got to go find out for myself. So there's that. Let's go to Calumet City, and that's in Illinois.
It is in Illinois.
It is.
Right outside Chicago.
So
in there.
3 suspects who led police on a chase that began in Chicago.
Just the Blues Brothers?
No. Stopped at a River Oaks Mall in southern Calumet City. Say that 5 times. And what they did is they ran into the mall and quickly changed clothes.
Of course.
They evaded police capture by this method. They were unable to be located. So you've seen those videos where the master spy is trying to lose his tail and he'll change his hat or whatever.
Yep.
And of course, I usually think, would that really work? I think I would notice if I was trained to look for this person.
Yep.
I would notice that, oh, that's the guy. He just has on a different hat. So but a lot of times police are chasing the guy in a red shirt, right?
That's all they know.
Change it to a yellow shirt. And they won't stop you because, they hate to stop every person with a red shirt. So they're trying to find the guy that's running hard. And these guys just kind of walked on out. So later, mall videos showed where they changed at, what they changed into, all that. But of course, by then they were lost to police. So they're in the wind. So if you're ever in a police chase, change your clothes. Probably not while the car's going and you get out of that car with your new changed clothes. You want to be in a different spot, but going on from that. Let's go to Copper Ridge subdivision. I don't know what, it's in Polk County. So there's that. It's
not also Chicago?
Or
is that Iowa? Must be Iowa.
I'm not sure because this is Florida.
Polk County, Florida.
Polk County, because I had to look up and see what website I was on. This is KTLA, Florida. All right. So sheriff was commenting on a home invasion. And he was asked by the news, basically questioned him. And at the end of it, he goes, you know what? If you kick my door in, I will kill you. Graveyard dead.
Lord. Is there another kind?
You know what? I'm not sure, but just saying that you will kill somebody and then graveyard dead just doubles down on, you're not aiming for like injury or anything. You're dead. You're aiming for dead. So if anybody ends up shooting somebody that kicks their door in Florida, they're going to quote this sheriff, right? Like, I don't know, SWAT kicks in your door. You're like, sorry, sheriff said it was okay if you kicked in my door. Poor SWAT. Yeah, this sheriff to blame because they'll probably get off. But
Yep.
Yep.
Whoa, so he's gonna do that experiment thing?
Yes. Yeah, he's gonna go to the Whack Fest to find out he has a better ability to make babies. Whack Fest.
That's how stories come together.
You've seen these Cologuard commercials?
Yes.
One where like you like poop in a cup and send it to them, and then
Yep.
they tell you if you've got the colon cancer or not.
Yep.
Well, there was one of those.
They have a cute little cartoon guy too.
Right. There was one of those. It wasn't Cologuard. In this article, they just say it's a health firm that is also for a. If you send in a certain sample of things, they will tell you if you might have cancer. They wrong.
Wait, would you trust a mail order service to tell you if you have cancer?
No.
It just seems fishy to me right now.
No. But this particular firm, according to CBS News, told hundreds of people that they had the cancer.
Oh.
Mistakenly. They didn't actually.
Was it like April Fool's?
No, it wasn't April Fool's. So the company blamed a vendor, which was PWN Health, for the error, as they had a software glitch.
Oh God.
Because of course they did. Where I guess the software glitch automatically turned all your yeses to nos or your positives to negatives and vice versa. At any rate, I can't imagine being that person that until they found out it was a glitch. Because the big C announced in your direction that can't be good.
I mean, that's life altering instantaneously, right there.
Right.
And you can't really take that back.
So, no. But I would think somebody owes me some money for pain and suffering after that.
Dude.
Sorry, something. Really? You mistakenly told me that I could have or did have cancer.
Dang.
Yeah. You really? I mean, because yeah, somebody owes me a little bit of cash.
A lot of cash. I mean, I'm $100 at least.
Right. You owe me something. Or me to be able to send in my friend's test and it also come back the same way just so I can watch their face when it happens. Something. You've got to be in on this joke with me now. And finally, let's go to Philadelphia, where a woman got her car stolen. And apparently the person that stole her car decided to take it on a major joyride and run it up and down their toll roads at super high speeds, because not only did she report her car stolen, but also in the mail, she got $520-something worth of speeding tickets for the car that they stole. She hasn't been able to get anybody to believe her that she hasn't been able to get the tollway authority to believe the police that her car is stolen, because they want their money. And so she's going through a little bit of hell. So get your car stolen. And by the way, your car was speeding, so it's your car, so you owe it. Man, F off.
That's ridiculous.
That is your whacking news and notes.
Thank you, Colby Sapp, for news and notes. Thank you to me
for
making him sound good for news and notes. I don't know if that's what really happened. But thank you to all of you guys who joined us either live here on the videos on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, or Twitter. Or for those of you that have downloaded and you were listening at a later date, make sure.
You missed out on my arms and stuff if you downloaded the audio.
I wouldn't say I'm missing it, Bob.
Because you're right there and you can see these beautiful things.
Make sure. Oh, here, look, I'll do you one better here, Colby. Let's go full Monty for Colby here. There he is right there in all of his glory.
That's right.
Those of you, wherever you are listening, make sure you take a note, put it in your phone, our text line 214-937-0569, because you can use that 24/7. I'll say it again, night or day. You know who you are that need to hear both. To communicate with us, also find us on Twitter. The show is at Colby Timm with 2 M's show. The network is at FanStream DSP. I am at IndyCarTim. He is at Colby Sapp with 2 P's. And we'll be back on Monday with another Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show. I can't promise it's going to be as great as this one, but I can promise it's going to be better.
Or worse.
Or not.
Or just as, it could be the same.
You may hate it, but you know what? You got to tune in to find out. Until Monday, boys and girls, we'll see you.